Tonight, an MP crosses the floor, making the political drama on Parliament Hill the talk of the country.
Couldn't sit on the sidelines after seeing what the Prime Minister was, ambitious agenda he was undertaking.
Carney leaves the capital to be in Edmonton alongside the ex-Conservative, becoming the newest member of his party. Imagining the capital with no right turns on a red.
A lot of our road and traffic laws are designed to maximize the flow of traffic.
One councillor makes a safety argument that could trump the one in favor of traffic flow. Plus, residents with resumes in hand.
For job seekers, it's a great spot to get out and meet several employers at the same time.
Hundreds turn out to a Canada job fair, painting a stark picture of just how many people are struggling to find work. Good evening. Patricia is away this week. We begin tonight with the latest drama unfolding on Parliament Hill. Another Conservative MP has crossed the floor to the Liberals, raising questions about the future of Pierre Poilievre's leadership and the possibility of the Liberals securing a majority government. CTV's Kimberly Fowler is in studio with the latest. Kimberly.
Stefan, Alberta MP Matt Jeneroux is the third consecutive to cross the floor to the Liberals in just the past few months. He follows Chris D'Entremont and Michael Maw, who both swapped their blue stripes for political red late last year. Now, after D'Entremont crossed the floor in November, there was speculation that Jeneroux would follow, but at the time, he announced he was going to leave politics and resign as an NP instead. But today, he said he changed his mind after talking with his family and reflecting on the moment the country is facing. He says it was ultimately Carney's speech in Davos that cemented his decision. Now, Jeneroux met with the Prime Minister in Edmonton today. Carney was all smiles as he introduced the new member of his Liberal caucus.
Matt brings a wealth of experience, despite his young demeanor. He brings a wealth of experience. First became a member of the Legislative Assembly here in Alberta in 2012. Yeah, and then elected 4 consecutive times as an MP.
I had announced my resignation back in November, largely due to family reasons, but quite simply couldn't sit on the sidelines after seeing what the Prime Minister was, ambitious agenda he was undertaking across the country and across the world.
Carney also appointed Jeneroux to the role of Special Advisor on Economic and Security Partnerships. Now, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre posted a statement to social media writing, "Mark Carney is trying to seize a costly Liberal majority government that Canadians voted against in the last election through dirty backroom deals. Matt Jeneroux has betrayed the people of Edmonton Riverbend who voted for affordable food and homes, safe streets, and a strong resource sector." And with today's floor crossing, the Liberals are still 3 seats shy of a majority. Now, this is following the resignations of Bill Blair and Chrystia Freeland, and the Supreme Court overturning the results of the last federal election in the Terrebonne riding, where the Liberal won by just 1 vote. Now, those seats will be decided with by-elections in the coming months. Steph.
CTV's Kimberly Fowler reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Kimberly. Stay with CTV News for continuing coverage of the latest floor crossing. For updates on radio, tune into News Talk 580 CFRA and CTV News channel at any hour. A pitch to ban right turns at red lights at all downtown intersections is not getting the green light from city staff, who warned the move would cause more safety and traffic issues. CTV's Dave Charbonneau has more.
For Zoe Amos, the ability to turn right on a red light is something she's come to expect.
I think one of the advantages of living in Ontario was turning right on red.
She says it's a big difference from where she grew up.
I'm a Quebecer, born and raised, and it drives me insane that in Montreal I can't turn right on a red.
One councillor wants to make that happen here, but it appears city staff are hitting the brakes on that idea.
I've had a lot of near misses when it comes to right turn on red, and it's a demand that really came from the community. I think the frustration is that a lot of our road and traffic laws are designed to maximize the flow of traffic, of car traffic, and they're not necessarily focused on pedestrian safety.
Ariel Troster asked city staff to look at banning rights on red at all downtown intersections. But the head of Public Works says that could create potential safety impacts and traffic congestion. Another councillor agrees with that.
It actually creates a queuing situation where people typically would be able to make that right-hand turn safely after coming to a full stop. Now they actually will line up, and it actually forces people to speed through where it makes it far more dangerous actually for pedestrians that have the light.
Drivers have mixed opinions on the idea.
This is a danger zone, so I drive, but this is a mess of a place to drive. Turning right on a red, that's the least of my worries.
I don't think that's right. I mean, we should be able to have freedom to drive the way we want to drive.
Turning right on red is already banned at some Ottawa intersections.
I totally respect and understand. Like, one of the things they've done to try to alleviate that is at the bridge, the Victoria Bridge.
Yeah.
Turning right now, like, is really complicated. It's very safe compared to how it was. That was a really dangerous spot.
People are going to be doing it out of habit and being ticketed.
But a full ban would mean a major adjustment for drivers like Amos.
I guess I'd have to learn to live with it, and I'd probably avoid the downtown core.
Still, Troster says the debate isn't over.
They're really stuck in 50s and 60s standards, where the concern is, how can I get that car through the intersection 30 seconds faster?
Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Still ahead, the young do-gooder getting national attention. How an 11-year-old girl is inspiring others with her $50,000 goal for cancer research. It was a nail-biter. The entire country on the edge of their seats earlier today, watching the men's hockey quarterfinal of the Winter Olympics. Canada was facing off against Czechia, and the game was tied at 3-3 in the third and went into overtime when Mitch Marner scored the game winner.
The heart beating the whole time. Oh, a lot going to the semis though, so took off work for a little bit just to come watch this.
Unbelievable. I mean, the tension in that overtime was second to none. It shouldn't have gone to overtime, but we will take it.
3-on-3, we got the game. 3-on-3, that's Canada's game.
Woo. Middle-aged hearts are, took that one hard.
The final score 4-3 for Canada. The team now advances to the semifinals where they face off against Finland. And the U.S. will face off against Slovakia in the other semifinal game. They just beat Finland in the quarterfinals in overtime. CTV Scott Hurst has more on today's Olympic results for Team Canada.
Canadian passion was on full display following the men's hockey game in Milan.
Incredible. It was a lot of fun to be a part of.
But it was unfamiliar territory early on for Canada in its quarterfinal matchup against Czechia. After an early goal by 19-year-old Macklin Celebrini, Czechia responded with 2 goals of its own, putting Canada behind for the first time all tournament.
Classic Canadian hockey. We don't wake up the first 20 minutes of the game.
In the second period, more concern for Canada as captain Sidney Crosby left the game with an injury and did not return. But Canada was able to tie it up. Nathan McKinnon scored off a pass from Connor McDavid.
It was stressful, but we never gave up. We believed.
And that belief paid off. In the third, the teams traded goals to send this quarterfinal matchup to a 3-on-3 overtime. And it was former Toronto Maple Leaf Mitch Marner who scored the game-winning goal for Canada.
It was electric. It was just so good to be part of this community and see all the Canadian passion.
In other Olympic action, more podiums for Canadian athletes, including a gold in the men's 500-meter short track final. Stephen Dubois is now the Olympic champion. Also, Canada won a bronze medal in the women's 3,000-meter relay. The team of Dana Iblay, Kim Boutin, Florence Brunel, and Courtney Sereau. For Sereau, the 25-year-old from Moncton, New Brunswick, this is her 4th Olympic medal at these games. The spotlight returns to hockey tomorrow with the highly anticipated women's final, Canada versus the United States. The Canadians lost to the Americans earlier in the tournament, but Team Canada is the defending Olympic champion. Scott Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
And on the curling rink, Team Homan improved its playoff chances with an 8-7 victory over Italy. Team Homan has now won 4 in a row, with the final round-robin game tomorrow morning against South Korea. Taking a look at the Olympic standings, Canada is still in 11th with 4 gold medals, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It is -3 out there right now. And Jackie is at time and again on Wellington Street for Heart Month for our first check on the weather forecast. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. If you managed to get outside today, lots of sunshine, spring-like conditions, but I know for a lot of parts of Ontario, it was a completely different story with snowfall warnings, freezing rain as well. But again, here in Ottawa, we are in for another clear day for tomorrow. So taking a look at conditions, we can see that much of that storm is moving through, maintaining south of Ottawa, or Kingston, I should say. So mainly cloudy skies as we get into temperatures right now, but -2, -3 degrees throughout Eastern Ontario. Again, taking a look at the temperatures, still fairly mild for this time of year. -8 is going to be the temperature around midnight. We still got that northerly winds moving through, keeping it a little bit crisp. Daytime high for our Thursday is -1. The mainly sunny skies will persist for at least another day. But keep in mind, by the time Friday rolls in, Friday night, we could start to see some snowfall, freezing rain throughout Eastern Ontario. We will have these details for you and a look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. Stefan.
Thank you, Jackie. Hundreds of people showed up to a job fair in Canada today, a sign of a tough labor market. And it's especially hard for young people with a high youth unemployment rate. Many are already searching for summer jobs. The latest stats show Canada's unemployment rate dropped slightly to 6.5% in January, while the youth unemployment rate was at 12.8%. CTV's Tyler Fleming joins us in studio with more on this. Tyler.
Yeah, Stefan, whether it's a summer gig or something full-time with benefits, employment seekers are facing one of the most competitive markets in years. For every 3 candidates, there's only 1 job. Marani Canangera has the skills to compete.
I have experience in administration and program coordination, along with some experience in project management. So I am looking for a job that kind of aligns with that.
And today she hopes to find that.
I got laid off back in October of 2025, and I've been looking for a job since. I have a lot of hope, and it's been looking good.
From banking to hospitality, IT, and retirement homes.
Currently, we are looking for dental hygienists, dental assistants, and front desk administrators.
Businesses like Yazdani Family Dentistry are among the 21 companies joining this job fair, organized by the Canada Central BIA.
A great opportunity for us to get some exposure, but also to meet a lot of lovely people and hopefully hire for our position.
And for job seekers, it's a great spot to get out and meet several employers at the same time.
More than 600 candidates registered for the fair. High school student Aaron Malik is seeking a summer job, and property services company Canadian Property Stars may be the right fit.
It focuses on the physical aspects, which I think I'm pretty good at.
We have a lot of availability here in Ottawa, and we're in the process of filling those up.
Despite the hiring buzz here,
there's a lot of options and opportunities for me.
It's no longer a candidate's market. Data from Statistics Canada shows job vacancy rates have dropped to their lowest since 2019. Meaning fewer job openings and more competition.
I've applied to more than 50 jobs on Indeed or in LinkedIn.
For Alexandra Lemasiki, this fair is not only a chance to network. Landing a job will help pay for school and strengthen future opportunities.
I even saw a room where it's you get an interview on the spot, so hopefully I'll get a chance in that.
While recent signs suggest the unemployment rate may keep its downward trend, economists warn job growth in Canada is expected to remain slow throughout 2026. Stefan.
All right, all the best to all those job seekers. We know it's tough. Thank you for this, Tyler. We have more details on the latest unemployment data and the labor market. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. 10 people and 2 corporations are facing charges after police busted an illegal after-hours bar just outside the Byroad Market. An investigation began last September after complaints about an establishment on Rideau Street at Dalhousie. According to the police, the investigation also involved Bylaw, Ottawa Fire, and the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario after multiple interviews with witnesses, extensive video analysis, and search warrants. Police say investigators determined the bar was illegally serving alcohol and operating a shisha lounge. 11 other suspects have yet to be identified. An Ottawa home builder is asking the city to expand the urban boundary in the West End to clear the way for a new development. But despite the city's housing crisis, councillors and residents are pushing back on the idea. Claridge Homes wants to build nearly 2,400 homes west of Stittsville on 276 acres of land along Fernbank and Fluellen Roads. CTV's Dylan Dyson joins us live now with more on this. Dylan.
Stefan, Claridge Homes says the proposed development would provide new housing for more than 6,800 people. This comes as new projections show Ottawa's population could rise by 530,000 residents by 2051. Joni Sabarin has lived on the outskirts of Stittsville for more than 60 years and could one day be surrounded by new build houses.
I'm not thrilled about it at all to have all these houses so close.
Developer Claridge Homes has submitted a proposal to the City of Ottawa to expand the urban boundary west of Stittsville on Fernbank Road and Fluellen Road to build nearly 2,400 new homes.
I find that ridiculous because it's just a small amount of property. Why don't they finish filling up between Stittsville and Canada and Richmond?
Sabarin isn't the only one in opposition. Area Councillor David Brown also doesn't want to see homes built on this land.
I'm absolutely opposed to this expansion, not only because I think it's inappropriate for this location.
The province has set a goal of building 1.5 million homes by 2032. Ottawa is currently short thousands of homes to meet the needs of its population.
Ottawa has a housing deficit of nearly 40,000 homes like now. So we could have used 40 more thousand homes being built in the past 10 years to accommodate the population that is in Ottawa today.
The city already has enough land for the next 15 years of growth.
But some councillors say expanding the urban boundary isn't the way to go, with concerns about the cost to existing residents and the ability to service the area.
We already did our infrastructure plan and our transportation plan for the next 5 years. We don't have those expansion lands costed out, which would mean a recalibration of those costs for us.
The infrastructure in Stittsville, I don't think it can handle it. It's clogged all the time.
We want to see that intensification in the urban area where site servicing already exists. We don't want to see that sprawl continue.
Speaking with CTV News today, Councillor David Brown said he doesn't think the application has much chance of passing. Public feedback is still being accepted, with the vote on the application coming at a future date. Stefan.
CTV's Dylan Dyson reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Dylan. Kingston City Council voted last night to campaign the federal government to alter its proposed high-speed rail route to include Kingston as a stop. The proposed Alto high-speed rail line is looking at two possible routes between Ottawa and Toronto, including a southern one that passes near Kingston. Council voted 9-2 last night to support the southern route, but only if there's a stop in Kingston. The city says it will formally oppose the project if Kingston is not guaranteed a station. The longtime Eganville leader will continue to publish weekly under new ownership. The 123-year-old Renfrew County newspaper was set to cease publication at the end of the month, but publisher Gerald Tracy says the paper has been sold and will continue to publish under new ownership. The paper is being sold to London Publishing Incorporated from London, Ontario. The leader was founded in 1902 and covers news in the Ottawa Valley.
I just want to help raise money for kids that are fighting cancer right now, and hopefully doctors can find a cure.
Coming up, an Ottawa girl on a motivating mission. Details when we return. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. Again, time and again doing their part for Heart Month. Kaylin here is the pastry chef, and she's whipping up these wonderful treats, which we will talk about later on in the show. Now, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We're showcasing a wonderful evening along Kowaki Point and the Alexandra Bridge. The current temperature at -3.
Saving lives is what they do. February is Heart Month, and together we can support the University of Ottawa Heart Institute in providing world-class cardiac care. For almost 50 years, our community has played a critical role in advancing the Institute's life-saving work. Your donation will support groundbreaking research, innovative patient care, education, and prevention. To learn more, visit FebruaryIsHeartMonth.ca.
Proudly sponsored by CTV.
Today's Snow Report brought to you by Sommet Edelweiss, where happiness falls from the sky.
Here's today's Snow Report. Edelweiss has 2 of 5 lifts available and 19 of 22 runs. The base, 70 centimeters of snow. Mont Cascade, 4 of 6 lifts, 20 of 21 runs. Calabogie Peaks, all 3 lifts are a go and 21 of 26 runs. Over at Ski Vorlage, all 4 lifts and 17 of 20 runs. Camp Fortune, 5 of 7 and 19 of 27.
For the quickest access to the mountain, purchase your tickets online, sommetedelweiss.com. Grab your pass at the pickup box and head straight to the lift.
An 11-year-old Ottawa girl has an ambitious goal. She's trying to raise $50,000 to support children with cancer. And as CTV's Peter Sperling reports, her efforts are inspiring others, even gaining national recognition.
Same rules.
Brooke Milo is an 11-year-old Ottawa girl with an inspiring $50,000 goal.
I'm raising money for kids that are fighting cancer right now.
Already nearing the halfway mark, she has raised more than $22,000.
Well, I've had lots of bake sales and fundraisers.
And for her, the inspiration is personal. Motivated to give after watching her grandfather donate his hair as part of a fundraiser years ago. Since then, she has donated her hair 3 times.
About to here, and then I cut it and it was like to there.
She has a new motivation now after learning a classmate was diagnosed with cancer.
Well, I was very sad and I wanted to help him.
Everyone, please welcome Brooke to the show!
The ambitious efforts aren't going unnoticed. She caught the attention of national celebrity Mary Berg, appearing on her TV show, The Good Stuff.
Okay, so that is a lot of donation.
Her own several minutes of fame, motivating other students and teachers to join the cause.
I just think it's a really big accomplishment.
She's just a really inspiring person in general, and I love that she's trying to help somebody in our class too.
I think it's a wonderful thing. Brooke has proven to be a very authentic person in everything that she does.
For Brooke, she has faith that fundraisers can help with a cure.
Hopefully, doctors can find a cure for cancer.
And those that see her daily say there's no limit to what she can achieve.
Not only does she raise all this money for cancer research and for kids with cancer, but she's like a volleyball player, a swimmer, a good student, and she's a kind human.
A young girl giving the gift of hope while motivating others along the way.
It's honestly very fun to have bake sales and fundraisers, and I feel like that if I keep donating money to cancer, then other people will.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Keep going, Brooke. You're making your city proud. All right, skaters were out taking advantage of the stretch of mild weather today. The Rideau Canal reopened at 8 o'clock this morning after crews had a chance to smooth out the ice surface. According to the NCC, the ice conditions are good on most of the skateway. However, some sections are listed as fair, and skaters are advised to keep an eye out for cracks and bumps. Now for a closer look at that forecast, let's head back over to Time and Again, where we find Jackie for Heart Month tonight. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Stefan. Yes, we had fairly spring-like conditions today, so it was really nice to see everyone out on the canal. Good conditions for tomorrow as well, weather-wise. We are getting mainly sunny skies for our Thursday, so another day on the Canal Skateway is still upon us. Taking a look at the conditions, you did see that there was a weather system that was moving through just south of Kingston, really for Toronto, Aurelia, as well as the Belleville area that had a combination of snowfall warning, freezing drizzle advisory as well. The snowfall warning has since lifted. That's the good news, but the freezing drizzle advisory is still in effect for parts of the GTA. So we've avoided much of that for today. Right now it's about -3 degrees. We saw a daytime high of about -1. And taking a look at that Thursday, we will see more sunshine with a mix of some clouds moving in as we get into the evening. But again, a fairly fair weather day for our Thursday. Tonight's low is about -7 in Ottawa, Brockville -5, but Kingston -3. Still a chance that we could see some light flurries moving through near the Lake Ontario. -6 in Kemptville, partly cloudy skies. Meanwhile, tomorrow's daytime highs still hovering around the freezing mark. So Ottawa will be around 0. Brockville, Kingston 2 degrees. Bancroft, Pembroke about 1-2 degrees, but lots of sunshine moving through eastern Ontario. And you can see that the warm up still is maintaining in parts of Atlantic Canada. Fredericton sitting around -2, Halifax at about -1, but you could start to see those northerly winds really pushing down some cooler air not just in Quebec, but for Ontario as well. -9 in Timmins right now. It's about 7 degrees in Windsor, so still getting that warm air moving through from the south. Meanwhile, our friends out west, different story, really flipped switch there, where they had weeks of very mild temperatures, spring-like conditions. They're now cold weather warning in effect for Edmonton, -23. Yeah, -23. Also in Calgary, Regina, Saskatoon, sitting around -17. And there is heavy snowfall moving through the prairies as well. Vancouver, though, still keeping it cool at 4 degrees, but light flurries are in the forecast. Not for us so much here for Thursday in Eastern Ontario. That's the good news, but by Friday night, this could be a different story where you could see some light snow moving in around Smiths Falls and Brockville, a bit of freezing rain moving closer to Kingston. So we are keeping a close eye on this. It should clear by Saturday early morning. And taking a look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. Again, Friday, there is a slim chance we could see snow moving in. -1 is going to be the daytime high, but those overnight lows still staying fairly mild. -6 going into our Saturday, but Saturday and Sunday looking like we could see flurries lingering. But Monday and Tuesday, different story. We could see mix of sun and cloud moving in. But again, those temperatures averaging really between -3, -4 degrees. So Stefan, after what I would argue would have been a brutal January temperature-wise, this February has been pretty sweet to us. Again, we are here at time and again. Heart Month is in February, and the city is lighting the Capitol red, all for the Heart Institute. And we are going to take a closer look at this in just a little bit. For now, we'll take it back to you in studio.
All right, look forward to chatting with you again, Jackie. Thank you.
A lot of patience, gratitude, and charity.
Just ahead, Muslims around the world, including here in Ottawa, begin marking the holy month of Ramadan. Stay with us.
Tonight, a floor crossing surprise.
Quite simply couldn't sit on the sidelines.
Which Conservative jumped ship to the Liberals and why, after initially saying he was going to leave politics. Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights.
In tonight's Big Picture, people gathered on the streets of New Orleans today to celebrate Mardi Gras, the conclusion to the carnival season ahead of Lent. People donned colorful outfits and homemade costumes for the parade, which filled the streets of the city to mark Shrove Tuesday. Today is Ash Wednesday on the Christian calendar and the first day of Lent, a 40-day period of fasting. Now, some other stories you need to know right now. A new high-rise apartment building could be coming to the Glebe. Minto is looking to build a 19-story building on Isabella Street, just east of Bank Street, next to the Queensway. The high-rise would have a mix of studio, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units. Minto calls the land challenging and says the area is a bleak pedestrian setting with a major arterial road and highway. But the developer says there are opportunities. The city is now reviewing the application. Ottawa travelers will soon be able to fly directly to a town in Newfoundland and Labrador. Porter Airlines is launching a new non-stop flight between Ottawa and Deer Lake. The service will begin June 10th with 5 flights a week.
Kindness is a major part of it, charity, having good character, and not just fasting from food and drink, but also like from, bad language and just the things like, that are hurtful to people and we really shouldn't be doing.
Muslims around the world are marking the holy month of Ramadan. The month will see people fast during the daylight hours, using the time from dawn until sunset for prayer and reflection.
Aguilar on the other side of a great pass, looking for Happy Bullis, stopped on the line!
It's not the result Atletico Ottawa was hoping for in the first round of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. They lost to Nashville SC 2-0 last night in Hamilton. The second leg of the series moves to Nashville on February 24th. The winner will move on to the round of 16. Let's go back to Jackie at Time and Again, who are also supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute. Jackie.
Yes, that's right, Stefan. Hanging out with Jennifer, hanging out with Kaylin. Wonderful cause here for the Heart Institute. And it's a little bit of that sweet treat. Jennifer, do you want to expand on what Time and Again is doing for Light the Capital Red?
Yes, we're making our famous Heart Month cookies, and a portion of sales go to the Heart Institute.
And their sugar cookies, about $5. And you were talking about how wonderful it is because Time and Again is such a community staple. And this is such a conversation starter for people who are coming to grab a cup of coffee.
It is. I've heard so many good, touching stories where families have been helped by the Heart Institute, and now they want to help and buy a cookie and help the Heart Institute as well.
A simple way to get a sweet treat, and the artist behind all of this is Kaylin. Don't be shy. Thank you. What do we have here? What was the inspiration here?
So each little cookie is meant to beat the beat of a heart. Yeah, really cute.
And you've made dozens of cookies since the start of February, and you continue to. How many cookies would you estimate that you've made?
I think it's probably close to 200 or 300 this month so far.
I love that, and we're going to keep going. Do you have any tips and tricks if I want to help with the decoration here? Is it hard to do?
I mean, I've been doing it since 2018.
200 cookies.
I've got it.
You did say 2018. Jennifer, just talk to me about just that community commitment and the relationship with the Heart Institute.
Yeah, we like to help the community a lot, and the customers like to give back as well. And this is their way to give back by purchasing a cookie, and a portion of sales go to the Heart Institute.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys taking the time. Jennifer, how many cookies have you eaten since February? Be honest.
These cookies? Oh, God, I'm afraid.
It's for a good cause.
I'm afraid to say. They're too pretty to eat sometimes.
They're too pretty to eat because of this wonderful artistry. So we're going to continue decorating here. Stefan, we'll take it back to the studio. Let me know if you would like a cookie. It's only $5, Steph. I'll take orders.
Yeah, a cookie or two. Thanks, Jackie.
Absolutely.
The spark that you have as a child where you're happy and you want to do all these things and you have these dreams, these kind of cruel areas can really diminish people's light.
Coming up, teens from across the country arrived here in Ottawa to push for stronger online safety measures.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl. Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Welcome back. An unprecedented social media trial got underway in Los Angeles today as Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg appeared in court.
Mr. Zuckerberg, did Meta purposely design the platform to harm children?
Zuckerberg's company faces allegations its platforms like Facebook and Instagram are deliberately addictive to children. And the social media trial is resonating here in Ottawa. Today, a group of young people from Alberta arrived on Parliament Hill to push for more online safety and accountability. CTV's Abigail Beeman has more.
1, 2, 3, to you!
Among this group of young people on Parliament Hill, Jordan Varney says online bullying from a young age actually changed her personality.
My light kind of dimmed, you could say. Like, the spark that you have as a child where you're happy and you want to do all these things and you have these dreams, these kind of cruel areas can really diminish people's light.
Worried about the mental health of youth, including younger siblings, she hopes the government will create policy that incorporates diverse youth perspectives and, along with cohorts, is offering up this detailed blueprint on digital rights to help.
Digital spaces are human rights environments.
Youth are calling for clear federal action, which include a national youth digital safety advisory council with real decision-making, a statutory duty of care requiring platforms to assess and prevent harm.
Since France and Australia introduced social media bans for young people, there's been speculation as to whether Canada will do the same. Ottawa has promised a new online harms bill is coming. This group says bans police rather than protect, with adults telling youth to just be careful.
If anything does happen in an online space, it is our own fault.
They want to see a safety net instead, with improved reporting systems.
We're ready to work. The question is whether the government is ready to meet us with the same courage, humility, and urgency.
A spokesperson for the relevant minister's office tells CTV News they are aware of the recommendations and the government, quote, intends to act to better protect Canadians, especially children, from online harms, but did not offer any specifics nor a timeline for a new online harms bill. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
General Motors announced today it's investing millions into its Oshawa plant just weeks after laying off 700 of its workers. BNN Bloomberg's Lindsay Biscaya has more.
General Motors is spending $63 million to upgrade operations at its plant in Oshawa, which is just east of Toronto. The investment comes as the plant prepares to assemble its next generation gasoline-powered pickup trucks. GM says the newest investment will bring total spending at the plant to $1.5 billion. And here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar was up to finish the day. West Texas Intermediate is up to 65.05. Western Canadian Select is down to just under $46 a barrel. And the TSX hitting a new all-time record high today, ending the day at 33,389. Those are your business headlines. I'm Lindsay Biscaya.
I feel scared because I don't have that money. I'm just a student.
Just ahead, a reminder about the importance of reading the fine print on a contract. A student says she accepted free skincare samples, but ended up having to pay for a $14,000 therapy light.
Far side pass, and it's an early shot. He scored!
Supporters of the University of Ottawa Heart Institute are helping light the capital red for Heart Month. The Metcalfe Hotel by Grey Collection believes it is essential to support heart health because the well-being of its guests, team members, and community is at the core of its values. Supporting this initiative also allows the Metcalfe to contribute meaningfully to a cause that impacts countless families across Canada. If you've walked through a mall, you've probably been offered free samples of products to try, but you have to be careful you don't sign contracts for something you may not want or need. CTV's Pat Foran shares a story of a student who ended up purchasing a $14,000 therapy light she couldn't return.
Meredith is a student from Mississauga who asked we only use her first name. Last November, she was walking through a mall when she was offered free skincare samples.
This one is a skin relaxer cream.
She was told she was eligible for a free skin analysis, and during the session, a salesperson used a red light therapy device.
And they started putting it on my face without me telling them to.
Meredith agreed to pay almost $1,400 for the therapy light, but that was only a down payment. When she got home, she realized she signed a contract to pay a $10,000 loan at 25% interest. With the deposit, it was a commitment of about $14,000.
I feel scared because I don't have that money. I'm just a student.
Meredith signed the contract with the soap tree. She thought she had a cooling off period where she could return the product if she changed her mind. When she went back to the mall, the store she bought it from was gone.
The store is not there. It's completely empty.
If someone comes to your home and you sign a contract, there is a 10-day cooling off period where you can change your mind. But if you go to a retail store, the cooling off period does not apply. As well as signing a contract in your home, the cooling off period also applies if you join a fitness club, buy a newly built condo, take out a payday loan, or purchase a timeshare. CTV News reached out to the soap tree but did not get a response. The company that holds the loan is LendCare. A spokesperson told us, "We are conducting a review of this merchant and the circumstances surrounding this situation. We have canceled this loan and refunded the associated fees so the customer has no further obligation." That was great news for Meredith, who plans to be more careful signing contracts in the future.
Thank you, CTV News. I'm really grateful for your help. I couldn't do it without you, and I'm just really happy. Thank you.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Coming up, a dog goes for gold at a cross-country Olympic ski race. More on this viral moment just ahead. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. We are in the middle of Heart Month right now, and again, lots of communities throughout Ottawa are doing their part to help raise awareness for the Ottawa Heart Institute, including time and again. They have cookies, sugar cookies, on sale about $5. A portion of these proceeds going to the University of Ottawa Heart Institute. And you can get that here at Time and Again on Wellington Street. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, where temperature is about -3 for this evening. Pretty mild, clear skies for downtown Ottawa.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sneha Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, our Winter Games weeks continue. This time we give cross-country skiing a try. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa starting at 6 a.m.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Coming up later tonight after the news in just a few minutes, you can watch E-Talk starting at 7, The Big Bang Theory at 7:30, shifting gears at 8, then another episode of The Big Bang Theory, followed by back-to-back episodes of Children Ruin Everything, and Shark Tank starts at 10. Here's a recap of the top stories we're following right now.
It's a great honor to be on the same team as you at a crucial time for this city, for this province, for this country.
Another floor crossing in the House of Commons. Edmonton MP Matt Jeneroux leaves the Conservative caucus to join the Liberals.
I've had a lot of near misses when it comes to right turn on red, and it's a demand that really came from the community.
City staff hitting the brakes on considering a ban on turning right on red at downtown intersections.
For job seekers, it's a great spot to get out and meet several employers at the same time.
And hundreds attend a job fair in Canada, a sign of a tough labor market, particularly for young people. And now for a final check on the weather, let's head back outside to Jackie, who's at Time and Again on Wellington for Heart Month. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. If you are planning tomorrow, maybe you want to catch that sunrise in the morning out on the Rideau Canal Skyway. You may want to bundle up just a bit. -7 around 7 a.m. for our Thursday, but it's going to be mainly sunny skies. That's good. It's going to feel closer to -10 when you factor in that wind chill. Tomorrow, daytime high going to the freezing mark. And then Friday, yeah, we could start to see a chance of snow moving through Friday evening and could linger for Saturday and Sunday. But again, daytime temperatures really averaging between -2, -4 degrees. Those overnight lows still fairly above seasonal for this time of year. -10 is going to cool down by the time Monday rolls around, which we will see a break in the chance of flurries. Sun and cloud is in the forecast. That's it for us here at Time and Again. Just want to say thank you to this business here for featuring their wonderful sugar cookies. They are delicious. Stefan, Kimberly, we'll take it back to you. And yes, I purchased a couple for you.
Thank you, friend. Anticipating long lineups at the car wash tomorrow with that sunny forecast. Time now to check in to see what our news team will be working on tonight for 11:30. Kimberly Fowler will be at the desk.
Yes, Stefan. So we've officially started to begin the new year, ushering in the Lunar New Year, the year of the fire horse. Here's a look at some of the festivities from Hong Kong today. Lots of fireworks, beautiful there. But here in Ottawa, Capital Tiles is hosting a night of mahjong at Mushu Ice Cream. This is on Wellington Street to celebrate the Lunar New Year. CTV's Sean Varden will be checking that out for us this evening. And you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca. And join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
We got cookies, we got ice cream, we got it covered. Thank you, Kimberly.
We do.
And finally for us tonight, there was a gate crasher at the Olympics today who hopped onto the cross-country skiing course. This wolf dog decided to join the action during the women's cross-country team sprint. The unexpected intruder caused the cheering crowd to howl in delight, and the dog was going for gold. Cameras captured him crossing the finish line, and while he didn't reach the podium, he did appear to have the time of his life, Kimberly.
Oh, this is great. I was watching the replay of it this morning. People went crazy when this wolf dog crossed the line. Again, this is just a qualifying event, so the actual gold medal run that they do, they should bring the dog back.
They went crazy. I probably would have gone running not knowing it's a wolf dog and not just a wolf, but good for everyone that was there.
Yeah, exactly. People were not expecting that at all, but yeah, pretty cool to see that.
Very cool. Thanks, Kimberly. That is CTV News for Wednesday, February 18th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team, keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. And of course, join Kimberly tonight at 11:30. Thanks for watching, everyone.